Oh, Dad. That's right. I want to dedicate my life to saving animals, mostly feral cats. It's not like out, you were talking about Laurel Canyon? Yeah, it's not like there up here, man. It's real cold and it's vicious, and it's vicious. The weather? Yeah, if you're not from here, oh God, you'll die in the streets. I keep telling you these stories about back in the night, the end of the '90s. It was rough. There was, hi baby, there was dead. I found a dead guy in the snow one year. I seen a lot of deaths, and I'm not trying to brag because it's not cute and it's not funny, and it's. The sick thing is it can be beautiful, um, depending on how they die. I'll never forget one year Bob and Sandy picked me up, me and Renee. We're coming out the cockroach building, and we're going to Christmas or whatever. At my mother's. My mother had a little apartment at that time, a tiny little thing. But she loved it. It was in a good part of town. And she wanted to do her Christmas thing, because she's big on that. God, I can't turn this down. And there was a dude outside that was like, yo, dude, can you give me $5? Can you help me? And I said, no, I'm sorry, bro. I don't have anything. And he's like, I'm really cold, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, if you stand, and I was coming out of the building. I'm like, if you stand by that door for a while, someone's bound to open it. You can go inside and get yourself warm. That's all I could tell him because I didn't have a fucking dime. He's like, all right, man, thank you. We go up to, we do our Christmas shit. We come home, and I jump out of the car with Renee, and there's the motherfucker laying in the snow. And he's fucking dead. In purple, his fingernails all purple, eyes rolled up. And I called the cops. They came. I thought he was just passed out drunk, laying in a fucking snow heap. And he died. And he was riggered because we were there for almost 6 hours. And yeah, no, the elements are brutal up here. It just gets so vicious. I got to get out of New York someday. The ice, the rain, the sleet, the the abominable upstate shit, and all my life, all I thought about was the animals. The cats and shit. Because when you come out, the cats got they're mountain animals, and or they come over from England. They grow the hair, but it's still not enough. I mean, on a night like tonight, it's just fucking too cold for a cat to be out. They'll be shivering. The ground's cold. Just ain't right. You try to put a box out for them with a blanket, but the snow comes down, ruins the fucking box. I don't know. I don't need these fucking cameras in my house though, and I don't need this fucking abuse. And the shit's got to fucking end. What's a Starcaster? It's my fucking future wife. Fucking dickhead. Cum covered fucking awesome intonated factory tunematic bridge fucking glazed by. It's my shit. Starcasters when you're walking around in late November at a Black Friday sale and you got a fucking 8 or 9 year old kid and you're at Walmart stocking up for fucking Thanksgiving or whatever, and you're like, oh look, honey, and you see like a guitar, and it comes with a little lamp, and it comes with a strap and picks even. I mean, it's got everything in there, and maybe a little book or a CD, and for like $110 or something. It's amazing. I mean, what an excellent Christmas present. Imagine if I came to your fucking kid's party, you know, 8, 9 year old boy, girl, and I brought him a Starcaster. It's as good as a Squire. In fact, it's even better. I mean, it's got a bigger headstock. It's got a little amp with distortion it comes with. You know, maybe probably comes with a bag of strings and shit. You know, it's like in a 1/4 inch cable. You can't fucking beat that. You just unwrap it from the box, plug it in a wall. Kids like, holy shit, I'm playing guitar. It's great. You know, the instruments were not like that when I was a kid. You had to go out. A woman would come out. Normie would come out, or Lorraine Helton would come out, and they'd have to give you a song and dance about. It's so tiresome. Well, we have this over here for $110, and for another $100, you can have the amp, and I can build you a package a little where you can get the amp and guitar, and I'll sell you a cable and some picks, and there you then give you a free lesson, and you're off. You know, it comes out to be $150. You know, Walmart did that. You kid wanted to play drums, you can get some shitty little drums from Walmart, and you know they sound good too. I mean, for the most part, they sound as good as you'd expect a Walmart kit to sound. I was playing my Walmart kit back in 2010. I recorded Full Throttle on it. I recorded a bunch of songs. It was fucking great. I remember the head. I saved the head tom. It was a 10-inch head tom, which is kind of small, but it sounded so good. Do, do, do. And I saved it because it sounded good. It was that Walmart flavor. I saved the Walmart floor tom too. It was like a weird dimension. It was like 14 inches, or no, it was like 16 inches. It was just small floor tom, but it sounded good. It sounded like do 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 do. I mean, the kick drum and snare sounded like shit, but and the cymbals sound like shit too. But a Starcaster sounds great. I mean, you plug it in and it's like, oh, oh, fuck, bitch. It sounds like the beginning of Foxy Lady when you plug it into a well. You know you are a heartbreaker. Foxy. Yeah, girl. That sounds good. It's like, yeah, the Starcaster sounds good. I took it right out of the box with the strings on it, tuned it up. I wanna take you home. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like. Why? What's up with the Starcaster? You know, I used to see those all the time. They got the big logo on it too. I like the Starcaster because, I mean, I'd play one. The headstock was nice. It had that. What do they call the? What do they call that? The retro vibe, what do they call that old series where they remade it? It had that, like the Gibson Baldwin shits too. It's a good guitar. You know, you get it while it's good. Unfortunately, I mean that shit don't go on anymore, really. But yeah, you get like a weird little amp, you know, with it. Kids love that shit. You know, you'd feel like a good mother. I went to Walmart. You wanted a fucking electric guitar, you know, so I fucking brought home a Starcaster. Fuck it. It's like, wow, mom, you're the best. Got a little amp. You know what I mean? That shit's so cute. But I mean, this the second you plug that shit in, I don't think parents appreciate that. But you know, and they give you online tutorials. It's just so easy. Here, you sit down, son. I want to give you my Duncan Yo-Yo collection. Here, this was a famous dog walker. This one here, you know, just lost the time. I don't know. That Starcaster shit. It doesn't matter what you play. It don't matter. I mean, there's no such thing as bad guitars anymore. You can't. You know. Well, fuck. I remember growing up and all we can get our hands on was Tysco Del Rey's that were just so. It's not an electric guitar anymore. These shits that were made in the 1960s in Tokyo. And it's just like that's not a working instrument. You know, these aluminum wrapped coil pickups with wrapped in wire and no, trying to play guitar in the garage. It was impossible. And then our heroes were like Dave Mustaine, and we're sitting in a garage smoking Bull Durham cigarettes with a Tyco Del Rey, and and the big man came around and gave us the distortion pedal. We're like, yeah, one day, man. It was impossible. Now the kids got no excuses. It's like, why aren't you Dave Mustaine? You got the Starcaster, you got the amp, get it going. I impregnated this Starcaster and made a fucking Jaguar. I made a Jazzmaster out of it. What do you mean, what is that? That is puss. Slap that puss. You know what I'm saying? That fucking hurts. Stop it, fucker. Slapping that puss.